I'm going to demonstrate using Curets. So I'm going to start with the 1314 Columbia on teeth number 13 and 14 on the lingual surfaces. So I've established the correct working end. Now I'm going to get in position, get my fulcrum ready. So I'm going to get ready to insert. So I'm going to pivot to close that angle and hug that face of the instrument to the tooth. And then I'll open the angle up to about 70 to 80 degrees. And I'm rocking on my fulcrum. Alright, and then I've gone distal, so I'm going to go mesial, starting on that distal line angle. Getting into place, pivoting, closing the angle, opening up again as I insert, then rocking and rolling to the mesial. Alright, and so it's going to be the same thing with the premolar. Gonna pivot to close the angle, then I open the angle. Now I'm rocking and rolling to the distal. And now I'm gonna do the same exact thing going mesial. So pivot to close the angle, insert, just kidding. Okay. There we go. Now open the angle up again. Now I'm just rocking and rolling to the mesial. Alright, and that's the 1314 Columbia. So next, I'm going to use the 1314 Gracie on 29 and 30 on the buckle. So with this instrument, it only goes distal. So I'm going to establish my fulcrum. Alright. And I lower the instrument to close that angle. Now that I've inserted, I'm going to rock and roll to the distal. And I'm going to do the same thing on that premolar. Close the angle and close the angle, insert, and rock and roll. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to the 1112 Gracie. So with this one, I'm going to go mesial. And so I've already inserted. I'm rocking and rolling to the mesial. And on the premolar, it'll be the same thing. So I'm going to close that angle, open it up, and rock and roll all the way to the mesial. Alright. So now I'm going to use a Gracie 1-2 for 24 and 25 on the facial. So I'm just going to get that inserted. I'm going to go on my towards surface on each of these. So insert and rock and roll. And so after this, I have to change position to 12 o'clock. And then I did change the working end as well. Just getting into position here. It's kind of hitting my phone mount trying to do this. A lot of technical difficulties today, but practice is practice. Alright, So I've inserted, I'm going to rock and roll to that away surface. Alright, and that was a Gracie one too.